Welcome back to BNN News, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great evening.
We have a lot of news stories up ahead, but first story of the night. Olivia Wilde gets wild. Harry Styles spits on Chris Pine and then kisses Nick Kroll?
I wish that was me.
Which part?
Yeah. Then in wrestling news, All Elite Wrestling has broken down into all-out mayhem. We will have more with our field correspondent later today.
Same thing with the Young Bucks. They're not jacked. They're like basically our build. Like if we saw them in real life, I think we could take them in a fight.
Tony Khan, more like Tony Khan's.
Now let's take it to Devin for the weather.
Thanks, Colin. As you can see here, it's fucking hot. And these fucking jets, well, I cut the
Battery's about to die, so we do gotta do this quick.
And lastly for tonight, the newest sex craze that is taking the internet by storm.
I haven't had an intimate connection with a woman in over 15 years. Karen, if you're hearing this, my phone number has not changed. Hey, please call me. I miss you.
We'll be right back after this break.
And cut.
Hey, cheer up, man. Hey, question. When you get fucked doggy, how loud do you bark?
Literally.
Welcome
just
to Benched.
All right.
Don't even start. Welcome to Bench, guys. Okay, now you can start.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So welcome back, everybody. Today we're at a location that we've probably wanted to record at since
Episode 3.
Yeah. Like
That's the one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We literally went searching. Like we came here, hoping that there was a bench on a gazebo. There was no
Which-
bench on the gazebo.
I swear that's a Mandela effect because there definitely was one.
Mm-hmm. They must have removed it like literally a month before we did this.
Mm-hmm.
And then we walked down. There's like this little walking trail where, you know, there's plenty of other like little gazebos, and none of the other ones have benches either. So that's why on like
Honestly shocking.
yeah,
Like,
I'm assuming it's probably because a lot of them don't like teenagers hanging out at night because they're dickheads. So what they end up doing is they remove the benches. So like it's cool to come up here and like look out at the water, but like you don't stay there for long.
right.
Because I would come out here like after the park closes and I would just chill with like friends here.
Yeah.
But beautiful location, beautiful weather. We've been on like a streak of solid like what 2-3 weeks of just rain.
Shit. Yeah.
Like there's literally been like TikToks of like POV, like you live in Florida and it's like blue sky and then you turn around and it's just storm.
Yeah.
That is how it is every single day from like August to October, and you can't get around it. Like it may be like pretty right now, but once it's noon, there's just gonna be like a wall of clouds that just like.
I don't know how we did it last year then.
I think we just got lucky, and we did have our fair amount of roadblocks. You know, we would still go out and record in the rain, or we would like try to record after it
That's
rained.
right. We did lose an episode because of that.
But we did skip a few episodes too. Like we essentially started our podcast right before I started listening to Trillionaire Mindset, which came out right, like maybe a few weeks after us.
Mhm.
And I think they're already at like episode 56, which is where we would probably be at.
Yeah, had we not had.
So many interruptions or, issues with COVID or
Mhm.
weather, all that. There's a certain level of technical difficulties that our podcast can run into, being the way we are. So,
Yeah. Being the way Florida is as well,
yeah.
But,
But similarly to episode 3, this is probably going to be like one of the crispier outside episodes right now.
Ooh.
We've been testing out with the R7 the past few weeks. Anybody who's curious about like camera stuff, as like a good intermediate camera, it has done us wonders. Being able to record past the 30-minute time limit is crucial.
yeah.
And yeah, I think episode 3 looked just as nice, probably a little bit less because it was a crappier camera overall. But this episode specifically, I bet it looks beautiful right now. I bet you I'm editing right now, and I'm gonna leave like a little tag. Watch it be like out of focus, and I'm like, you dumb fuck. I have it on manual, so if it is tough.
God. Okay.
But I did use autofocus. Whatever.
Say, yeah.
Dumb.
Technical, boring stuff.
I probably should have had it on. Yeah, whatever.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean
I just be thinking out loud for real. So, how was your week? I technically
My
asked first because I
week
started. So, I don't
was
care about your
good,
week. I just am
and-
competitive.
I
Spit it
cut
out.
my hair
Oh.
some more.
Okay. Yeah, I see
Yeah,
that.
there's really nothing to that. I've sort of gained a new courage from doing it the first time,
Yeah.
and I decided to take it a little bit shorter. I doubt you can even really tell, but if you can, thank you.
Now you're looking nice and luscious, beautiful. Shit,
Yeah.
shit flowing, shit bouncy, shit.
I
Shit
tried-
got voluptuousness.
Voluptuousness. Spell that.
I can't.
Okay.
There's hella words that I know how to say, but I can't spell.
That's fair. But I tied it up like last night, and I looked like, how else can I say this? Like a hot lesbian. Like it was very.
That is also my nickname in high school.
It was. I remember calling you that. Yeah, I signed your yearbook. It's hot.
Yeah. Like that sadly wasn't a joke.
Yeah.
I just had like the worst.
Undercut was crazy.
Yeah. If I could find a picture, I'll try to pull that up. But it was like.
We don't need a jump scare.
Yeah. It quite literally was the word. Like I still don't really love how my hair is, but like. I was going through like a transformative time where I was like, how do I want to do my hair? Like, how do I want to look? Because my regular hair looks awful. Like, just sitting the way it does, if it's cut short, it looks funky as hell.
I was gonna say it was arguably as much of a fight to fix as your like clothing was.
Yeah. Because like growing up, I didn't really think about that kind of stuff. And then, once I got to middle school and like, I got like, not bullied, but I kind of knew I wasn't super appealing, or at least I thought I wasn't, because shit that happened, middle school shit. And I kind of had that like identity crisis of just like well, how do I want to present myself then? Like, how do I want to like present myself to others and let them know like, okay, this is me at my best. When I wasn't trying, I didn't really care, but like once you get to middle school and kids are like wanting to start dating and all sorts of shit like that, and you're like, oh shit, like I have to worry about this. Like, people care what I look like, or people care about, like they read a book by the cover. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is that vapid in the sense that like they only care about that, but in the sense of like that's one of your first impressions, and I think that kind of like set with how I would like present myself in my personal identity. I kind of had a crisis over like, okay, how's my hair gonna look? How am I gonna dress? All this kind of stuff. I got into the whole hype beast phase, and I saw that book. I got into the hype beast phase, and I was wearing like arguably like pretty expensive or like flashy clothes. But I
Brand
didn't.
names everywhere.
Yeah, but I didn't know how to style it, which is a pretty common trope with that whole era of fashion.
Yeah.
So, there was that, and then I had this crazy undercut, like you were mentioning, where I like the little comb-over look, but I like kind of half pompadoured the shit and kind of made it go up and then comb over.
Yeah.
And then I had like a really hard undercut straight to like a 3 down to a 1, so it was basically no fade.
Crazy forehead action.
Crazy forehead action. And yeah, I looked like Ellen DeGeneres or something. Like it was a funky haircut. And
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I wasn't doing all that much better, and I have a bad problem where I realize things about myself entirely too late.
yeah,
So like I didn't have that sort of click until way later. Like and my hair has always sort of been like long for the most part. So if I was doing shit like this back in those times, well, I guess I would be ahead of my time.
Yeah.
Because no one was doing it like that,
for sure.
especially like 410 me.
Yeah,
Like, could you imagine?
yeah.
It's rough.
But that still would bang. Imagine like 410, you coming in like drippy as shit with the wolf cut, pulling some 6 foot.
Everyone would be asking, the fuck is a wolf cut?
Yeah.
Because what's
Don't worry, hit me up in like 4 years.
Yeah. You'll all see. But
I like the idea of you having like a really cool haircut in high school, which is like pulling everybody because of the haircut alone. It's like the short kid trope that's like ironically cool. Because you can't be cool if you're a short kid naturally. Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
If I'm anything, it's ironically cool. Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks, bro. Thanks, yeah.
I think that's like that should be like your Tinder like profile, like bio. I'm ironically cool.
That is the most backhanded thing you've ever said to me. I can't be cool unironically.
I mean, that's kind of your whole drip, though. Like, you literally pull up in, like, pajamas and rhino slippers, and...
Hippo!
You're like, yeah, fuck, I never get that right.
Yeah.
Hippo,
Colin
rhino are, like, the same
is
to me.
dyslexic when it comes to animals.
Yeah. Speaking of rhinos, let's get into
He looked at a
politics.
squirrel and said, chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
No, I didn't really have anything to talk about in politics. I just think that's a really funny way of...
You just enjoy the idea.
we need, like... Well, no, we don't need that on the left, but, like...
I'm scared of what you were about to say.
the name of, like, calling a part of your party, like, something and being all cute and, like, infighting. Because we already infight, but we do it in a passive-aggressive way.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, the Republicans are like, fuck the rhinos. They're bullshit Republicans. They're not real Republicans like us. You know, as Biden has been on a rampage calling them MAGA Republicans.
Right, yeah.
Which, by rampage, I mean it's dark brown and rising. Going
I
nuts.
find it interesting how you call it MAGA. Say MAGA.
Hey, same thing.
Yeah, but it's just...
I think I'm thinking like
think
umaga.
I think your way of saying MAGA is like the tomato or potato way of saying,
Yeah.
like, you're not better than me.
I'm not. I'm just saying that, like, I don't know. There's some times where...
Pecan. Bitch.
I don't know. There are times where I, like, do the long A like that. I don't know. That's weird. Damn, you got me introspective now.
Yeah.
When are other times? I think on
Pretentious leftist.
I think on the Adrian episode, I think I called him Usman.
You did.
His name is literally like Usman, right?
It,
Yeah, it's Usman.
Kamara Usman.
Because that was like the whole joke that he...
Usman.
Because, what was it? I just thought that Covington was
Yeah.
calling him fake newsman to be cute and like mispronouncing his name on purpose, which
Yeah.
made me even more mad. But I'm the one that's wrong.
Yeah.
Um,
Man. What else was... Oh, yeah, Winston Kaye instead of Kaye.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be
There's
like
a
so
pattern.
extra with the
Yeah.
pronunciations. Damn.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, like
No, I suck.
throw
I
this
just...
at you all at once.
No, it's fine. I gotta go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
I thought that I had like perfected the pretentious leftist white knighting thing, and apparently
I think you did for sure. I think the pretentious part is the fact that.
The part is that I have to get rid of the pretentious part.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, I mean, that was kind of the thing. I was trying to go for, like, the really annoying...
Yeah, just take one look at his TikTok now.
Yeah. No. Oh, my God. Don't even get me started.
I want to get you started.
I don't even, like, try to make political content. Like, when I do, it's generally something that I just throw out
like
there.
a one-off, like,
Yeah, like, I'm throwing it out there because it's topical, and I take, like, less than 5 minutes on it.
Yeah.
And all of my TikToks that do well, -1, generally have something to do with politics.
Peanut butter.
The one that didn't is a video of my dad's fucking peanut butter jar where he, like, scooped it clean.
Specifically, like, his fucking peanut butter jar.
Yeah, my Stop. Dad, I'm sorry. But
I'm also sorry.
But essentially, every other TikTok that does well on my page is relatively political. So I had 100,000 views. I was making fun of a Tom McDonald fan on TikTok. Second biggest, 50,000 views. I'm making
same amount of likes.
Yeah, same amount of likes, 15,000 likes. And I'm making fun of the Republicans like Ron DeSantis, who are like, we need to take wokeness out of schools. And I said, like, education
is creating
a leftist swing or whatever. And I made the joke that leftists are also saying the exact same thing.
But it takes on a different meaning.
It's one of those self-aware wolves thing where it's like you're kind of missing the point. It's not that schools are skewed to make you leftist.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt again, but it's not. It's not self-aware wolves. It's self-aware wolves. Like.
I get you pointing out my earlier syntactical shit, but that was dumb.
That's what it is.
I get it. Self-aware wolves. That's a play on words, but I'm self-aware wolves. I spaced it out a little too short. You know what, guys? This is the last episode of Benched. We're done after this. I'm sick of this mad shit. Okay, it's serious. This is the last one. This is satire.
It isn't.
It's not. It's not. I just say that so that it makes it sound nicer.
Yeah, he's actually really mean.
Yeah. Complete dickhead.
We don't ever lead with hello anymore. We just say shut up.
Yeah.
Carry on.
He hops in the car, and I'm just like, ugh. Couldn't have, like, fucking put some deodorant on? You stinky bastard. I just cleaned my car. And you're like, shut up, you big four-headed sweaty fuck. And then I'm like...
As a minority, I could really slander you right now.
Probably. Probably.
Watch your words now.
And then I'm like, watch your words, little bitch baby. And you're like, yeah, what are you going to do about it? And I'm like, yeah, come over and kiss me. And then we just make out. That's a love-hate relationship. What was I talking about?
Yeah. Oh, your TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm making fun of the education is causing leftism line, which I think is dumb because all that means is getting educated makes you realize that conservatism is the antithesis of progress. So a lot of people become leftists after college because they actually learn ways
critical thinking.
Yeah, critical thinking skills. I think the empathy is a plus. It's a bonus if you get it. I don't think everybody gets that one.
If you know, you know type thing.
Yeah, that empathy is something that I think that may happen. I know plenty of motherfuckers that go to college and then they're like not empathetic at all. They're still dickheads.
But are they leftists? See?
Exactly. That one did 50,000 views, like I said. I did a Hassan Piker impression that got like 10,000 views. What was the other one? I made fun of the Canadian truckers that were waving the Confederate flag. That got like 15,000 views. Like, I'm almost doing benched TikTok numbers. Like, I'm doing better than the benched TikTok.
That shit was booming.
Damn, I love listening to my tax dollars. Sounds like money rumbling in. Nah. Yeah, and then I try to do something relatively funny or like lighthearted. Motherfuckers just do not like that.
20 likes max.
300 views.
Yeah, the ratio is
It's
awful.
Awful. So my week was alright. I basically just worked on getting new camera stuff set up. I just started my website for my photography and videography, cinema stuff.
Ooh, yeah, check that out.
I'm going to shorten the link down eventually, but at the moment, collinsprojects.myportfolio.com. It's not too hard. It's just long.
Yeah.
That is, again, Collins. Just for that, the U.S. is full of war criminals.
Appointments are not available in the U.S.
I can't believe that I have just been cut off by war criminals. It's whatever. I'm only gonna be anti-military from now on because they cut me off.
Before you were...
I'm not taking that level of disrespect. Like before, I was a good Army living patriot. You know what I'm saying? I love me the military and keeping us safe in our homeland.
Guns.
Guns.
Yeah. Sounds like you had a solid week, though.
Yeah, it was all right. Just getting new equipment in, getting stuff set up.
Yeah.
I did a really cool photo shoot. Shout out Caleb. And
Oh, that turned out amazing.
yeah, check out my Instagram if you want to see those. And yeah, really nothing past that.
Oh. I conducted a survey slash put a theory to the test.
Okay.
It's a work thing, which surprise surprise, all I'm good for.
I love work stories.
So, but
Babe, you know I love your work stories. Oh my God, tell me again about this, about what happened with your job and your manager. No, seriously though, tell me what happened.
So
Tell everybody what happened.
I have this theory, being as perfect as I am.
Sure.
I am either in everyone's top 5 coworker as far as ranking, or I should be, and if I'm not, that's their fault. And that's been true from everyone I've asked, and I didn't want it to get to my managers, but it did, and it proved true with them too. So,
Like, how did you set this up? Did you just go up to them asking, like, yo, if you had to rank, like, all the workers in my top 5?
I don't know if it was me who brought it up to them, but they were like, I think one of them was like, what's this, like, theory, like, that you have? And I had to, like, explain then. But, yeah, shout out to y'all who I hope never see this. But another, like, there was one guy in particular who asked me if I was, if he was in mine.
And you're like, oh.
Or he didn't, like, he sort of implied that question. He was more like, I bet I'm not. And I'm not going to confirm or deny one way or the other. But this guy in particular, he's an interesting fella.
Really?
Yeah, he is, how do I put this? I'm not going to put this, no, I'm kidding. So here, let me give you a situation. He finds joy in making others uncomfortable, and like that's a sort of like comedy, sort of how you do it, where you just say offhand shit, you know?
Yeah. Sound like me for real.
Yeah, and my other coworkers don't really know how to handle it, like in a way that like gets him back. But me having so much training with you, I knew how to play his game.
Gotcha.
So, one day, just out of the blue, I asked him, this is gonna sound so out of pocket, but it's for a good reason.
Mhm.
I asked him, yo, like in a dude bro voice, I was like, yo, what's your favorite sex position? This is the type of shit that he asks others, so I wanted to like get him back and see how he sort of feels about it. And he was like doggy, and when he said doggy, then I proceeded to ask, so when you're getting fucked in doggy, how loud do you bark? And so he looks at me like, bro, what? And I'm like, I repeated it like slowly, looking in his eyes. When you get fucked in doggy, how loud do you bark? So I look him in the eye and I say that. And then, so he's like laughing uncomfortably, but I press on. I go on like, no, like, yeah, how loud do you bark when you're getting fucked in doggy? I'm just like, pretty like, like at work. No one's there, so I'm like,
It's just you and him?
No, there are other coworkers there, and they're laughing along, just like, oh wait, oh, finally.
Somebody got him back?
Yeah, because one of my coworkers asked me, like, how do I make him uncomfortable in the way that he does us? I was like, I think I have something. I was
There the motherfuckers again. I'm so disgusted. I really hate the military.
yeah. I'm assuming you're gonna be cutting little bits of this,
Yeah.
so I apologize for all the little jump cuts, but I know y'all don't want to hear that. I know we don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
So oh my god, that turtle. That long neck.
Long neck. Oh my
God
god.
damn.
That man got a glucker on
Hear
him.
me out. What?
What?
Wait. I can't go what as if I didn't
Yo.
say something just as bad.
That's
But-
crazy.
Yeah. So my coworker. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say that is the sickest thing I think I've ever heard anybody do, like actually confronting the coworker.
Yeah. I mean, like.
The sickest thing anybody's ever do, talk to somebody.
Yeah. I mean, another coworker asked me, and I was like, I have something in mind. I don't know if you want to do it without losing a little dignity. Oh my god.
I'm reporting these motherfuckers to their manager.
Nah, that's fucking crazy.
Ugh.
Fuck this, man. This is so fucking inconvenient.
Literally.
But yeah, I wasn't afraid of losing a little dignity. You know, barking at my coworker. Like, yeah.
That's fucking sick. I need to see that on like security cam.
Yeah.
What did he do? Like, what did he say?
He was just like, bro, I don't get fucked. I'm not the one in doggy. I'm not. And I was like, what do you say? Just like,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't let him sort of retaliate. I walked
Yeah.
away. And that's, I
Leave
got,
him
yeah.
there. Nice. Good.
So, I mean, that doesn't like
So he's
deter him from like doing what he does, and that's fine. I just wanted to
It's just
see
a
how
little
he
bit of,
reacts when he gets
like-
a taste of his own medicine.
It's a bit cathartic, I guess, for people who have been harassed.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit of it was a little harassment, but
Yeah.
under those
It's harassment
circumstances,
to a
if you
harasser.
understood, I think I wouldn't say. I'm not saying you do the same because that took a lot.
But that's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm glad. I did lose a little pride that day, but for a good cause.
No, I get it. Yeah, that's a worthy notion, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But if you want to talk about pride being lost, let's talk Reddit.
Oh. Yeah, let's get into this. Let's unpack this. Everybody's been passing around the TikTok, trend and whatnot.
Be honest. Be honest. Have you attempted to thrust to that song?
No.
Damn. Fuck. I have. Just like.
He's just sitting there like, yo, does that even like...
No, but the thing is, I exclusively watch TikTok like on my bed, so I'm just like on my back, just like.
Thrusting up is even crazy.
Yeah.
That's just so stiff and awkward, though. Like,
I know, like I feel like you.
don't look it in the eyes. Don't look it in the eyes. Do not look at that mother. Oh my god, I'm fucking terrified. Oh my god, I'm petrified. Oh my god, that motherfucker is huge. Oh my god, that motherfucker is huge. Oh, that's what they be saying about my dick. Oh my god, Again, Dad, I'm sorry. No.
I thought that
I'd
was
be
another
forgetting
love
our
bug.
audience.
That was not another love bug.
That was not another love bug. That motherfucker was 3-inch wingspan.
God. Man.
In this scenario, 3
I
inches
wish.
is huge. I mean,
In any scenario, 3 inches is huge. Let that be known.
yeah, for sure. I think that's a cicada killer. The motherfuckers are scary.
Bro. Anything with the name killer in it, that's
Killer
so
whales.
unnecessarily, like, scary.
Yeah. Murder hornet?
Murder hornet, yeah. Like, if that's not propaganda, I don't know what is.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So back to thrusting. Thrusting to Spat.
Yeah. So, you haven't done this. I really thought this would be like a bonding moment. Like,
Nah, we bond over a lot of things. I didn't want this to be one of them.
fine.
That's all you, big dog. You
Fine,
be Dustin does Spat.
But, I asked you last night, you haven't heard his latest update.
I've heard like rumors on TikTok, or not rumors, but like I've heard like snippets on TikTok, and I like skipped it because I wanted to hear you explain this.
Cool. Because
Give me the deep dive.
I have the specific today I fucked up follow-up post.
Should we just give like the brief backstory for anybody who for some reason isn't on TikTok?
Oh, sure, yeah.
So there was a Reddit post, right?
Yeah, under the subreddit TIFU, today I fucked up.
And is this the original post, or is this like the original poster, but...
This is the original poster on a follow-up, today I fucked up.
Okay. So the original one, I assume, was him talking about like a playlist that he has sex to or something.
Mm-hmm.
And on it, you had this song, Spat by, you said Stephen
Mohawk? Yeah.
Dude, that wasp is trying to fuck.
Oh, shit. Thank you for letting me know that it was right there.
Yep.
Oh, my God. It's got... Yo, why is it...
It is throwing ass. It is throwing ass. Anyways, that motherfucker is terrifying.
Yeah. Sorry there's so many interruptions.
But... yeah, on there it has the song, and the song... not a very sexy song.
Mm-hmm.
And people admittedly started losing it over this.
The specific TikTok that went viral, like bringing it to light, you know, the ones with the Minecraft parkour in the background and the robotic voice reading it off.
Yeah.
The build-up was stellar. It was like, oh my god, how bad can this song be? And then it was worse.
Oh. No, it's terrible, genuinely.
I think that was a duck.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so obviously the guy, obviously the girl wasn't exactly thrilled by his song choice, and brought it to his attention that, hey, we've been at this for 2 years, 2 fucking years with the song,
Yeah.
and I don't know how you didn't get the memo before, but I'm not into this. So he basically can't have sex otherwise without the song going. So he has it going in his head, and she recognized it.
She recognized the beat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's a pretty distinct rhythm, or yeah.
Ba 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 ba.
You know, so
Like if he's going in and out to da 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 da. Damn, let me move it fast. That's just such an awkward rhythm. Not only is it awkward recognizing that he's thrusting to an awful song, but then also just like after realizing that and knowing like, oh, that's why it sucks. Because it again is such a bad rhythm.
yeah.
I don't know why he thinks like he needs to fuck to that song.
Also, another detail that has been glossed over a lot is the girl is 20, the guy is 25. They've been going at it for 2 years. So I'm just leaving that there. But
Yeah, I'm not giving sympathy to bro.
Yeah.
Bro was 23 when she was 18.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, man. But so he posted an update after his story
Blew
like
up.
went on to live in infamy.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Reddit infamy.
Hmm.
Do you know the other infamous Reddit story where a guy fucked a coconut?
No.
I'm
Another day.
I'm gonna leave it. That's for another day.
Okay. Yeah. So the follow-up I haven't heard yet.
Okay. Today I fucked up posting on Reddit about our sex life with Spat, and now our relationship has ended. Okay, this exploded more than I expected and has been a bit overwhelming with the messages, but thought I'd give an update. The attention hasn't exactly been positive, and this hasn't been the best thing to happen for my relationship, and it's now sadly ended. I didn't expect it to blow up so much. I should have used an anonymous name instead of my real name and our real ages.
Yep. Yep.
There aren't many 25-year-old Tyler Lives who are in a relationship with their significant other for 2 years who is 20.
Yo, that was mad casual. That was mad casual.
My life.
That was mad casual. Yo, my thighs are out. Like, I'm terrified.
I just saw God.
Oh my god. No, that's a cicada killer, dog. Like, that's a treacherous motherfucker. I don't think that they'll fuck with us as bad. They're not as brutal, but, like, they look just like a murder hornet, and they have, like, just as big of a stinger. Like, then they're native to Florida.
Why do you insist on talking?
I'm just letting you know what that shit is.
I'd rather you let me die blindly.
Oh, goddamn, I got another jump scare. It's a love bug. I quite literally, like, I found a cicada killer on my back patio when the murder hornet was, like, starting to blow up. And I, like, did research because I thought that I had caught a murder hornet.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
They are quite literally the same motherfucker, just different fonts.
Yeah. You guys, I'm so sorry we can't get through a single topic without something happening, but this is some real shit right now.
Maybe this is why we haven't recorded yet.
What is that? That is a spider!
Where'd a spider? Oh,
Did you
damn.
see that?
That
What?
motherfucker got babies, bro. Especially if you, like, stomp on that bitch. That's busting. That thing is busting.
Dude, there is so much wrong with this recording.
Yeah, we don't like bugs, everybody, as you can tell. Okay, so he and the girlfriend broke up.
Hold on, I need to capture this.
Capture this intimate moment with you and the spider. Oh, there's a few more underneath. I mean, there's hella spider webs. Like, I don't know why we're surprised, but...
I know you can't exactly tell which one it is, but you see that big circular dot in the middle?
Oh, there's a spider web, like, right in front of us.
That's the egg sac.
There's a spider web, like, right in front of us, bro.
Yeah, from the shit that just... I think that's the same one.
We'll have to, like, step on it.
I know I've been apologizing, but I hope in the editing process we can smooth it over a little bit.
I'll try my best.
But
I will try my best.
This is a tough task, I will say.
Yeah.
Where was I? All right. Unfortunately, her younger sister recognized this and showed her parents, who weren't happy at all, and made the situation extremely awkward. Okay, pause. It was not the parents that made it awkward.
Yeah.
It was not the parents that, by any metric. What made it more awkward and cemented the fact that it was me is that they recognized the song. Once at a family dinner, we were discussing music tastes, and my ex-girlfriend stated that I have an odd taste in music. Everyone laughed and pressed me to play something from my phone of what I liked as music. To which I then blessed their ears with Spat. Her father laughed and said it was terrible. I guess we all have different tastes. Although I nodded in agreement at the time, I was thinking in my head that this is a great fucking song. We are over now and I'm moving on. I already revealed my face on TikTok, but with the amount of hate I originally got, I decided to say I didn't have it and backtracked. I don't think this song is that bad, and I had no idea she didn't like it until recently. And as soon as I did, I stopped. I didn't force her Spat. Not all can handle Spat. I know it's different. I know a lot have asked for face reveal and playlists. My playlist I actually burned onto a CD, and I've been using my CD player. But I'll go on YouTube and try to link all the songs in one playlist and share. Too long didn't read, made Reddit posts, and finished our relationship.
I am legitimately gobsmacked and dumbfounded.
Yeah.
Bro, oh my god.
Yeah.
Nah, this is what, like, annoying hip-hop fans sound like, but, like, out of context.
Yeah. Some can't handle Spat.
Hear me out. MF Doom stays on during sex.
Listen.
I am only thrusting to West Side Gun.
There are some rap songs that can be sexy, I guess.
Yeah, some rap songs by Earl
But if
Sweatshirt.
I was gonna say, if I hear Earl blasting during sex, I'm huddling up in a ball and crying.
Nah, what's the song where like what was it, like Feet of Clay, that one song where the beat is literally like an elephant trunk going like dragonfly. Oh my god, that was some bitch. What's up, pussy? He was checking
I was
us.
within arm's reach. I could have swung, but
He was checking our shit, bro. He was checking our shit. Oh my god. Nature is just checking our shit this episode. We are 40 minutes in.
We are realistically like 30
Yeah.
after some.
True. It's just
This is taking years off my life.
the thought of being that diehard that you're like, I don't care my relationship ended, because she couldn't appreciate Spat.
Yeah.
She didn't understand true art. He must have had some sort of traumatic or like awful experience where Spat got him through. Because there's no way that somebody's dick riding that hard for a song.
Well, she was dick riding to that song. I don't know what to tell you.
That's a banger. Oh my god.
That was me. That's all me, man. That's a domer. But, yeah. No, first time I read that, my initial thought was, this guy cannot be real. You know what I mean? That is so
Nah, I believe this
not
motherfucker.
self-aware
Yeah.
that I refuse to believe that someone can be that level.
I
But-
do think that is a red flag that she definitely dodged. Because if you are that unself-aware and like narcissistic,
There's also entirely
And
a
out of
chance
touch
that
with
that part
reality.
specifically was a joke.
yeah,
Like, you know, but
he could have been playing into it because he's trying to get the cloud off of it.
yeah.
That's
Be the
fair.
meme. I get it.
But again, why the fuck would you ever use a Reddit with your real name in it?
I'm saying, like,
I made a Reddit with my real name, not knowing that. I didn't like post anything on Reddit at the time though. So when you told me that, I deleted it because I didn't realize how treacherous that shit can be.
That's like
Gotta keep your Reddit anonymous.
absolutely for porn.
Exactly. No, I'm playing, but
No, you're not.
no, I'm not. Nah. It genuinely
Yeah.
that's just awful.
That's
I mean,
so many X's in a row. Like the dad laughing it off.
and then figuring out that that's the song that he like fucks your daughter to. Like, yeah, I guess we just don't have the same taste in music.
I think it's a little bit more than that. Yeah.
That's
Jesus Christ.
sickening.
Yeah. I only fuck to Beastie Boys. I only fuck to hyperpop.
Babe, Hobo Johnson stays on during sex.
God.
We keep on 99 gex while you guck. You know what I'm saying? Like
99.
gecking and gucking at the same time.
I fuck with that.
Hands are sweaty. Anyways,
Arms.
arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. He's
Tom
nervous.
McDonald stays on.
Nah, that's like that one video where like the dude. I don't know if you ever saw this like back in the day. There's like a dude just like going in doggy and he's like recording it, and then the camera turns up and it's like a Confederate flag on the wall.
Oh, and he's like,
And he turns the camera around. He's like a Mexican dude or something.
Yeah,
and he's like,
what the fuck am I doing? Yeah.
that's such a like crazy video just in general.
It's such a predicament. Like, yeah. Oh my god.
That is like the same energy of just like you should have realized like there's a big thing going on.
Yeah.
A red flag.
Yeah. It was a little more than a red flag. It was a.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. She dodged a bullet. Congrats to her. Good luck to him.
Yeah. Honestly, like, do better, man. I get everyone has different tastes in music.
Not everybody can handle the Spat. You think
But-
that's what he calls his dick, like unironically, because that's what he thrusts to?
Do you
Nobody can
think-
handle the Spat?
Do you think he's developed like a? I think this is what it is, a Pavlovian response to it, where it's sort of like, oh, I hear this and immediately get erect. Like,
Do you think maybe, I mean, yes. Do you think that, like, what would that experience would have been like to make him kind of get that connection to that song? Like, you think maybe he went to, like, some sort of EDM show and was, like, on some, like, Molly and just, like, came or some shit? Like, how does that even happen to where you can associate that song? Like, you just beating off and it happened to be on in the background and he had the best nut of his life. And he's like, oh, it was because of
I'm
the
gonna
song.
stop. Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
there's got to be some
the
sort
initial
of
thing was he's just bad at sex, and
thought that was like a good rhythm to practice to or something.
yeah, he was like, I've heard that doing it to music can help you out a little bit, and he decided, and if that was already his taste in music, and he decided to try it out on her, you know. So, but I think over time, as he kept doing it, maybe then it became the sort of like, oh, bump, 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 I'm horny, you know?
It's just bad. Like I said, there's got to be some sort of like intimate connection with that song that
Yeah.
creates that.
Have you seen the TikToks where people give reviews of trying it to it?
Yeah, and they're like absolutely not 0 out of 10. No.
Would not recommend.
And yeah, no,
Y'all are some brave souls.
brave motherfuckers,
Yeah.
honestly.
To do that for science, good on y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even want to get into the logistics of it. That's been beaten to all hell.
I hope that
all
is
over
the
my
end of the
For You page.
story. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Um,
He made his own subreddit. Whatever. Yeah.
his own. Oh my god. The Spat Crusaders or some shit. Like,
No.
what is it?
I think it's just his username.
Oh.
But let's keep it moving. Did you hear that about the weekend getting canceled?
What?
You didn't?
They're trying to cancel the weekend? Who? The Gen Zers are trying to cancel the weekend? What happened?
No, he just lost his voice and had to cancel his show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Say, damn, that motherfucker has like a whole haunted house at Universal. That'd be crazy if he gets fucking
I know,
canceled.
right?
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, it was pretty sad, you know, because I watched the video of him like coming out to the audience after he did like 1 or 2 songs. He lost his voice.
Saying, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, he was genuinely like, I'll make it up to you, and you will all be getting refunds, and I will be having a show here down the line. But tonight I just can't perform, and I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah.
So then he took a few seconds to just like look at everyone in the crowd, like his eyes were like very somber. Yeah.
Yeah.
People were reacting in all different ways. One video I saw, like the people were booing, and I was just like, this isn't something he can control.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get being upset by it, but it's not like the motherfucker's like, nah, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this.
Would you rather him try to
Although I
belt
think
out with his
bad voice.
bad voice?
Yeah. Because then he gets memed, and it's about like his personal image and shit. Like
Yeah.
and it's also just about like you're getting a bad show. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, and this is not me saying that Kid Cudi was in the wrong, but like, I get to some extent why fans were booing Kid Cudi when he was like, nah, we're done. Da 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 da. Y'all keep throwing shit at me. And, you know, fans were not only booing the people who were throwing shit, which is the right reason to boo, but then there were also fans who are booing because they're like, oh, you're a pussy, da 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 da.
Yeah.
They have some logical reason to boo. It's not a cool reason. They're kind of dickheads for that because they are the problem. But it's not like an altercation type thing where you're doing like, bro, it's literally like, guys, I'm sorry, I can't do that. That's kind of fucked.
Yeah. No, it was a very sad situation all around. I found out about it on the Twitter thread, and then I was reading some comments of like one person who was there, and it's like, I flew halfway across the world to see you, and then you do this. How are you gonna make it up to me? And I was like, listen, he's gonna refund your ticket, and I really don't think you're owed anything more than that.
Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate, and that's just a reality of live events. Live events can go really wrong really quick. So
this wasn't like something that he had like planned for.
Yeah.
Why would he want this bad PR? You know? Why would he not want to put on the show?
yeah.
So
I get being frustrated by that, but it's just, you can't really blame him for something like that. It's like getting mad at McGregor for losing because he broke his foot.
yeah.
It's like, well, first off, McGregor's a dickhead, but
It's like, I lost all this money on a fight that didn't even really happen. Well, even if it did and he had the potential to lose, he would have lost the same money.
yeah. It's one of those things where like he broke his foot and you can't control that. Like that should just happen.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean that he's at fault. Like, you don't blame him because of something that his body just gave out on, you know?
Yeah. I think he would have lost that fight anyway. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Speaking of losing fights, let's talk about some fake fighting. So I am very, very casual to wrestling in the sense that I always say, like, oh, I stopped watching it, da-da-da-da-da. I'll generally watch YouTube clips. It's one of those things that's been, like, ingrained in me since my childhood, and it's so hard to get away from.
Since the KSI fight, I've been getting hella boxing things.
Yeah.
And, you know, I
It
get
has
what
just
you mean.
been built into my algorithm since 5th grade. Like,
Yeah.
that hasn't gone away.
Big bazungas built at them.
Over the weekend, we had a lot of wrestling. We had Clash at the Castle for WWE pay-per-view. I didn't watch that. There was an NXT, they called it like Worlds Collide, where they have NXT regular and NXT UK Clash. I guess this is the final one, because I guess they're getting rid of NXT UK, I think.
Oh, wow. Good.
Yeah, fuck the British, honestly.
Honestly.
Nah, but it was kind of interesting, maybe a little sad, but not entirely, because I do think that they could just have them all on regular NXT. I don't think that they need to have NXT for each region of wrestling.
Right.
Like if they came out with like a NXT Japan, like they don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, it's very like it's just trying to creep in on wrestling markets worldwide and take out like indie shows by having their own show there. You know, you challenge New Japan by making an NXT Japan.
Yeah.
And when NXT Japan is competing with New Japan, it says, oh, hey, our developmental is beating you. Because that's what Triple H just pulled with AEW again.
Yeah.
Which he's not entirely wrong about. Anyways, so they had Tyler Bate, who is the NXT UK champion, go up against Braun Breaker, who I hate.
Sorry.
Is he back?
It was a love bug.
Okay.
Sorry.
Braun Breaker, I hate the name. They need to just give him the family name. It's a fake alias. He's a Steiner. He's one of the Steiner's kids.
Oh.
And he looks just like him. Sounds just like him. He has that energy of like a Steiner. And they call him Braun Breaker. There he is. The Wasp. Anyways.
I'm freaking out more because I can't see it. What are you saying
It
right
went
now?
behind the post.
Fuck.
So it's on the other side somehow. Braun Breaker, I hope that when they bring him up to the main roster eventually, they just go by, Braun Steiner or something.
The motherfucker.
I hope they go by Braun Steiner. I think it's more recognizable. Really puts him over as like the family name. It's fine for NXT because they're trying to get him over on his own, but everybody kind of knows he's a Steiner. It's kind of like the same thing with, we talk about Clash at the Castle. At the end of the...
A love bug just hit my lip.
Terrified.
Hit my fucking lip. God damn it. Okay.
At the end of the pay-per-view, there was a match, Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre for the title, and Roman Reigns wins via disqualification. I think that the Usos or something were banned. I didn't really watch the match, but they weren't at ringside, and the DQ came from Solo Sikoa, who is actually the Usos' younger brother, who has been in NXT for like the past year or so.
There's a third Uso?
There's a third Uso. I think you can maybe say like Solo Sikoa as like Solo being the nickname, and I don't know if Sikoa is like his first name.
Suck on this dick.
But like, I don't know. Like when you know that people are related, yeah, I'm lost over it. When you know that people are related and you give them a different last name, it's weird.
Yeah.
Like, Ty Conti got married to Sammy Guevara, and on TV she's now going by Ty Mello, because I think that's his real last name. Or something. I don't get that. His name's Sammy Guevara. Call her like Tay Guevara or something. I know that sounds weird, but like...
I was gonna say, he's like... That sounds...
Sammy and Tay
Guevara. What you just said sounds like someone listening to English who doesn't speak English.
Yeah, for sure. All I'm saying is, like, for marketing purposes, make it make sense. And I think that wrestling in general is bad at that right now. Connecting people who are related with last names and stuff, it just doesn't make sense. If they're cousins or whatever, you get away with it. Roman Reigns does not have to be Roman Johnson. Like, I get that, because they're not really related.
That's a funny ass name.
That is. That sounds like a porn name.
I'm saying, yeah. Starring Roman Johnson.
And I don't want Solo Sikoa coming out as like Sikoa Uso or something. Like, that'd be dumb. But the whole idea is he's solo. He's the solo one. Mm-hmm. And he's great. He honestly, like, in the ring, he kind of feels... Love bug again. Damn. We're on edge. He has the same feeling as one of the Usos, but I think that he kind of has, like, a younger, like, grittier energy to him. A little bit more of, like, an edge. And I think that he's a better talker, at least. Like, he's a little bit more charismatic because he has that younger edge to him. I'll show you a picture of him later. He literally looks like one of the Usos, but he's, like, blonde. And he's got, like, the same tribal tattoos, all that.
How much younger?
I'm not too sure. I think he's significantly younger, but not, like, that much younger.
What? Wait,
What does that even mean?
What?
Like, I don't think that there's, like, a 20-year age gap.
Okay.
But it definitely looks like there could be 10.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know specifics. He debuted and is now part of the bloodline, you know, part of that whole family. So now there's 3 Usos and Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn for some reason.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know why or how that happened.
But this colonizer.
Yeah. We're rocking with Mark because he's rocking with us. But yeah, so that happened. You know, big debuts, big fights. Because Tyler Bate versus Braun Breaker. I hope that was good. I really liked Tyler Bate. And then we get to AEW. They had All Out. CM Punk versus Moxley for the unification match. I bootlegged the whole show again.
Naturally.
They're on to TikTok right now. Because a lot of TikToks were getting banned.
Oh, wow.
But I did find it on Twitch a few times.
Nice.
So, the match itself wasn't amazing. Wasn't all that crazy. If anything, there's parts of it that I would criticize because they did this like injury angle where he had just came back from like an actual injury. And in Cincinnati, when they did the unification match on Dynamite, he went to go throw a kick and he like fake injured his foot. I said foot. There you go. Yeah.
He injured his fuck.
He injured his fuck.
Oh, dude. Was he listening to Spat?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, that's the only way. That's how you break shit for real.
That is some intense shit right there. Some people can't handle it.
Yeah. Anyways.
Carry on.
He did the fake foot injury angle. And Moxley beat him 3 minutes flat. So the joke is, this is the second time he got beat in like under 5 minutes in Cincinnati, you know, the UFC event. And then Moxley comes out the next week, drops a crazy promo, great. He's doing some kind of heel work because they're in Chicago the next week. So
Right.
he was the babyface when he won the belt, but now he's the heel when he's promoting the next fight. And then pay-per-view is also in Chicago.
Huh.
So then Punk is ideally the hometown babyface.
Yeah.
Punk goes into it, and instead of playing up the, hey, you know, I've been working on it, I think I got this, I think I'm gonna do this, and like maybe trying to work over his foot a little bit better, he kind of goes into it and he's like, no, I think I'm at 100%. What happened last week, it was a fluke. Tweaked it. It's whatever. I'm good. And it's like, no, you should have played up like you should have played up the, what's it called, like the underdog card again.
Uh-huh.
Like CM Punk's not the underdog, but when you play the injury, you can get that sympathy.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't think that this match was as received as well. So, at the end of the day, it's not that funny, is it? CM Punk wins the belt back. Very cool, whatever.
Yeah.
They have this casino ladder match at the beginning of the show, and it's almost like the Money in the Bank match where you get on a ladder, climb to the top, you grab this poker chip. That's their gimmick.
Okay.
And when you grab it, it means that you get a title shot at the AEW belt at a time of your choosing. I'm sure it's going to be the next pay-per-view. And they kind of... It's
like
really...
Money in the Bank?
It's overly gimmicked. Like, not only is it basically the Money in the Bank ladder match, they then do it Royal Rumble style where all 7 men come out on a time interval. So 2 start, and then somebody runs out, and then somebody runs out, and then somebody runs out, and somebody runs out. And then the final one is a Joker card. It's generally a mystery for the fans. I think that's kind of goofy, but, you know, and it's not totally outlandish to be like, oh, hey, like the promoter said, he's got a guy coming in, and he wants it to be a surprise for the fans. We don't want anybody to know about it, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a little predictable because of that. Like, you kind of know, like, okay, somebody's going to return. And 6th guy comes in. They're all fighting. Everybody's doing their moves or whatever. And then 6 dudes in masks run out to the ring, beat the shit out of everybody that's in the match.
Oh my god, it's aces and eights.
Oh my
Remember
god,
that?
oh my god, that was such a
Remember that?
I'm glad
That's
that
a
you,
throwback.
I'm so proud of you for bringing that shit up. That's so funny.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was similarly goofy.
Cool.
It just hella people running out, jumping everybody in the match, and then one of them climbs the ladder, grabs the thing, pulls the mask off. It's this manager that's been going around recruiting people. So we're like, okay, so this guy isn't who's getting the shot, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And then somebody walks out, number 7, you know, their timer clicks. They come out, it's a dude in this mask, and everybody's like, who the fuck is that? Grabs the thing from the manager, goes to pull off the mask, and then is like... And everybody's like, okay, that was fucking stupid. So we thought that we were going to have to wait until Dynamite to see who it was.
Okay.
CM Punk wins the title back. Lights cut off. We hear like a... Hey, I just wanted to get back to you. It's Tony Khan. I honestly am still kind of pissed at you. I know that you don't care about the fans, but I do. I hate that I'm saying this, but I'm really willing to swallow a big pill, pay you this much extra to come back and just do one show. I won't extend your contract. Just come back to All Out. I'll even throw you in the casino match. Doing the mask, walks on screen, turns his back to the camera, pulls it off, throws on that Burberry scarf. It's MJF. I still hate the whole MJ. He always plays it off like, oh, I hired a bunch of junkies to do some shit for me, and then he doesn't get with the group. And I hope that that's where he's going, because if he's with this big group of people, it's a lot of like underneath guys that he does not need to be with. So I hope that's not the case. MJF walks out.
Yeah.
Looks at Punk, says, I want that. And then gives the whole crowd, the bird, and walks out. He got a bigger pop than Punk did. Like, Punk in Chicago winning the title, I think everybody kind of expected it. They were like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
And the AEW fan base is already kind of a weird fan base. And I don't think that they love Punk right now, for reasons that I'll get into in a sec. After the show, they do a media scrum, kind of like UFC would. Punk comes out with Tony Khan. They sit down to talk to the press. And almost immediately, I think Punk recognizes somebody. And he's like, hey, Nick or something, whoever the reporter was. You used to do comedy, right? He's like, yeah. And he's like, who with? He's like, Scott Colton. That's Colt Cabana. It's like, hey, if you guys know, or he's like, are you still friends with Colt Cabana? Or Scott Colton and all that? The guy's like, no, I haven't talked to him in years. He's like, all right, cool. And he just goes on a 20-minute rant in the most... For me, it was cathartic because he did get a lot of things off my chest that I know I have frustrations with as a wrestling fan with AEW. Obviously, as an outsider, I don't know all the details, but I think that a lot of the AEW fans don't also know the details. And they are very quick to defend the elite on shit like this. He goes on a rant, and he's talking about Colt Cabana and the lawsuit because there have been rumors that Colt Cabana had been pushed to Ring of Honor silently. He didn't get fired, or he kind of isn't in AEW anymore. He's a Ring of Honor wrestler. He's gone off of AEW.
Okay.
When he was in a feud with Hangman Page for the title originally, they kind of had like a little promo off, and then Hangman goes off script and says, I am here to defend AEW from you. I'm not here to defend this title against you. People in the back don't want you here, da-da-da-da-da. And it was very out of context for the rest of the promo. It felt really out of place, and Punk kind of played that off as like, I don't see why you're so mad, but I'm going to see you this Sunday, and I'm going to take that belt off you. Like, he just didn't know how to play into that. He played into it the most realistic way possible, because it was such an awkward thing to get off in the middle of this promo, and it was very snarky, and the fans didn't know what he's talking about. And it was just over his personal beef because all of the elite guys are friends with Cole Cabana and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Punk goes on a rant saying, like, you know, this is what happened in that lawsuit. I didn't want to talk about it, but motherfuckers are trying to smear my name, all that shit. Here's what actually happened. Again, it's his side of the story. Not to say that that is the total truth and whatever. A lot of people took that the wrong way, took it as if he was being bitter and whatever. That is a crazy
That is
motherfucker.
huge as
That is
fuck.
not a bee. That motherfucker is crazy.
That's a beetle.
What is that? No, that's like a horsefly, bro.
Oh shit,
That thing was crazy.
dude.
What the fuck? Alright, I gotta wrap this up.
I just shit myself. You gotta
Literally.
go fast.
Um,
I did even have one more thing to talk after. So.
yeah, that's why I'm trying to wrap this up quick because I don't know how much longer this camera's gonna last in the heat. Essentially,
That shit flew right in front of me. Sorry.
in the middle of his rant, he's like, and we have EVPs who think they know what they're talking about, but they couldn't run a fucking target if they tried. These fucking dumb airheaded, stupid fucks like Adam Page think they can go out there and talk all this shit and da-da-da-da-da. And he was just going off. And he was saying things that a lot of the AEW fans think was out of character, and they're writing him off as like a miserable fuck that only, says these things because this is how he feels, because he's the champion, and he thinks that everything should be about him or whatever. And everybody's trying to make that the narrative. But this is a thing that has reportedly been felt by like half the locker room. There's been like this weird tension where originally AEW was kind of known as All Friends Wrestling because the Bucks hired all their friends and everybody was happy and whatever.
Yeah.
That's not how you run a business, especially a wrestling company where you need to hire the top guys that you have instead of just everybody that didn't make it to WWE. The alternative is you hire too many WWE guys. I'm not saying that either. The problem is everybody was in harmony because it's all of their buddies that they got six-figure jobs and half of them didn't deserve it. Like, they weren't that great of... Oh, fuck, it's another love bug that scared the shit out of me. Hey, buddy.
I was rubbing my eye, and you reacting made me like
Poke it.
push in.
This is going to be like the most jittery episode ever.
Go ahead and finish it up, please.
He just went on a tirade, and
Ow.
Tony Khan is sitting there right next to him, and is just like playing nice guy. Tony Khan is known as one of the most likable billionaires by like Forbes or something like that, because
That's not really a tough thing to do.
yeah, it's really not. And it's just because he's such a laid-back guy that fell into money, and everybody loves him because he seems just so genuinely nice.
Branded himself well.
Yeah. The problem with that is that he's a little too nice to everybody, and then when things go wrong, he is now sitting here in the situation where he's sitting right next to a guy talking about his executive vice presidents being absolute dipshits, and that reflects on him as a boss. That also reflects on him backstage, where the Bucks may look at him and be like, what are you going to do about it, Tony? Apparently, after Punk leaves, you see security rushing out through some of the other interviews with the other wrestlers. I guess we're going to still be waiting to hear the details, but I guess there was like a fight backstage over it. Which is hilarious because the thought of Kenny Omega getting in a real fight just sounds hilarious to me.
Yeah.
He's jacked, but he's just not intimidating, if that makes sense. Same thing with the Young Bucks. They're not jacked. They're like basically our build. Like if we saw them in real life, I think we could take them in a fight. That's the thing about the Young Bucks. Like, that's real as fuck.
You mean that?
I mean that genuinely, and I couldn't fight for shit.
I'm gonna have to do some heavy lifting. No, I'm kidding.
Really, not that much. Like, they are not that big, and you can see that. It was fine when AEW didn't really have many big guys, but when they're wrestling like FTR are short kings as well, but they're built.
I love all these acronym names. They're just letter names.
Their name was funny because it came from something that the Young Bucks were doing too. Like,
I thought you
FDR
said FDR, and I was like Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
the president of the United States?
The
FDR
motherfucker on the is he on the dime or whatever?
I think so, yeah. FTR comes from fuck the revival, essentially, because when they were in NXT, people were saying like, oh, these guys, the revival, are probably like one of the best tag teams in the industry right now. They are just hands down that good. They're having the matches with DIY, Authors of Pain, whatever, American Alpha. They were having classic tag team matches because they were that good and they're passionate about tag team wrestling. And the Young Bucks got into a little twist about that and started doing some internet, BTE shit where they're like, fuck the revival, and they got Cody Rhodes in on it, fuck the revival. And everybody was doing that as like a funny little meme. And then they actually hired them. And that went away pretty quick. And there's theories that there have been a lot of times in AEW's history where they could have done things to get FTR over that they didn't, because the Young Bucks are the head of the tag team division in terms of like the creative booking and stuff. That's why they have shit like the Dark Order that never really took off, because that was a Young Bucks idea that just never really fully fleshed itself out. I don't hate the guys in the Dark Order, but I think that they need to rebrand after Brody Lee's passing. Because they're still going by the Dark Order, which was this weird dark cult thing, but they're like frat dudes that hang out with Adam Page.
Hearing all these different things, because I'm not privy to any of this.
Yeah.
So hearing all this, it all sounds like
Gibberish.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like a 5-year-old explaining what happened in Minecraft to a dad who doesn't play.
And he's like, yeah, that's cool, son. I'm sorry if that's how y'all feel at home, too.
It's just like, I'm not reading all this, so either I'm sorry that happened to you or congratulations.
The interesting thing about it, to put it in like normal people terms, is like, essentially, you are sitting right next to your like boss, and you are talking shit about your upper boss, but you're really cool with your boss, and your boss knows that he can't fire you. So you are basically cucking out your team lead in front of their boss, if that makes sense.
Why didn't you just leave with that, dude?
I know, that made it so much easier.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Considering I'm top 5 in everyone's ranking, I don't really...
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere.
Exactly. CM Punk is like you for real.
Yeah. Definitely not the other way around.
He is voicing opinions. Where's that motherfucker at? Where's that motherfucker at? I'm scared to move. But I'm exposed. Bro, my nuts are out almost. Like, I'm terrified.
I know for a fact it's behind us.
I don't know where, though. Is it on my back?
You're good.
It's not on my back at all? Oh, my God.
You're good.
Okay.
Check mine.
Sweaty. No. The TLDR is a lot of stuff is happening in All Elite Wrestling that's really interesting. There are 2 major camps right now. The more traditional wrestling style
Pray
people,
for
which
me.
generally revolves around like the older crowd.
I just said pray for me, sorry.
And the Young Bucks camp, which is a lot of indie guys where if you like that style of wrestling, there's nothing wrong with that. You like what you like, whatever. The problem with them is that they are very, very arrogant and very like, they like the smell of their own shit. If people try to give them advice on...
sorry.
They play the whole punk rock thing where they're like, I don't need to listen to new people because I'm bringing new ideas and shit. And the problem with that is that their new ideas generally are very repetitive and very lazy. And they don't really... They get cheers and pops and stuff because it's short term. Like, you do really cool flips and dives and moves that are flashy, you will get people cheering in an indie crowd. But when you're doing week-to-week television where you're trying to build story, it doesn't translate well to story. You're a good performer for a one-time match. You're not a good performer for a long-term program. And I think that that's the issue that a lot of people have with the Elite camp, I guess. That's basically just my rant. It was crazy just hearing about CM Punk getting into a backstage brawl, like real shit, like not. Or
Considering his UFC experience, I wonder how well that fared.
it's probably better than people who fake fight. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Like
That shit is beautiful.
that motherfucker is gorgeous. But what was the thing you wanted to end off on? Because I think we are running out of time.
Thanks.
Spare you your time. You know what I'm saying?
So you brought to my attention that Harry Styles and Nick Kroll kissed.
Yes.
I went on a deep dive about apparently like the whole drama surrounding the event they were at, and just like the whole movie that it was, because they were on a panel, I guess, or something about a movie that's coming out, and I watched an 8-minute recap video, and boy did that take me somewhere I did not expect.
Yep.
Like, so Olivia Wilde is directing this movie, right? And she has casted Shia LaBeouf, Florence Pugh, Nick Kroll, I guess, Chris Pine, all these actors.
Yeah.
And then no to Shia LaBeouf, because Shia LaBeouf is a bad guy and he is sexually harassing people. So they cut him out of the movie. They take him out to protect Florence, and then they put in Harry Styles. So he's the new leading man for the movie. That's a whole other thing, because the idea of like he's not that great of an actor. Like as a musician, he's great, but I think he should let off on some yes men that let him do this shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he is now on the movie. Him and Olivia Wilde start dating and shit, and then in the movie, they release like a scene of Harry Styles going down on Florence Pugh. That's just like an offhand thing. I just thought I'd bring that up.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, I'm gonna beat to that. Wait.
Yeah, and then they're doing like press stuff, and then Shia LaBeouf releases a video. He leaks a video of Olivia Wilde's, because he put out the claim that he wasn't fired from the movie. He was actually begged to come back by Olivia Wilde, and he releases a video of Olivia Wilde in a car, like saying, "Hey, I'm heartbroken. I hope we can work this out. I hope that you and Miss Florence Pugh, can figure this out and get on the same page about things. So what do you say? You in?" But up until that point, the idea was that he was fired, and I guess he didn't want that on his name. He's still a bad fucking person, but you know. So now Florence.
More on that in a second.
Yeah, Florence is beefing with Olivia Wilde. She's not going to press things. Harry Styles spat on Chris Pine. Chris Pine is going viral for disassociating, while Harry Styles is spewing whatever bullshit he's saying about a movie that he's probably subpar in.
Yeah.
And Nick Kroll kissed Harry Styles. Yeah.
So I like that you give me the rundown, but I'm still missing a lot of context.
Yeah, it's like
but I'm
the
assuming
exact
that's
opposite of the rant that you just went on.
Yeah. You gave me the TLDR first.
Yeah. Now proceed with questions, and I will go into deeper about whatever you like.
First question: did you hear about Shia LaBeouf lying about that movie, Honey Boy?
Yeah. His dad wasn't actually abusive.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Fuck
that.
that.
Is kind of lame, because I think the reason it did so well was because people thought that it was a true story.
Yeah. He earned some unearned sympathy points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of like probably resonated with people in similar scenarios.
Yeah, and then for them to find out that this isn't something that
Actually,
the main guy can actually relate to.
Yeah.
That's gotta hurt. That's gotta sting.
Yeah, no, that's sick.
Yeah.
Next, so is there like a thought that maybe Olivia Wilde is just like hiring dudes that she's fucking with as this main role?
Not that I know of.
Because the whole like, hey, I really hope we can work this out. It sounds like very like.
It does sound like that. Yeah.
And it's very coincidental that she got Harry Styles in when she's fucking with him.
Yeah. I think that, oh yeah, fucking, oh, I forgot this whole thing. Olivia was on stage one time, and she got served her custody papers while on stage as she's going through a divorce thing with Jason Sudeikis. Like,
That's fucking
on
crazy.
stage, like, she was doing whatever, presenting whatever, and then she looks down and is like, is this for me? Like, right now? Right now? The guy just threw the envelope on stage. So she picks it up. She's like, I'm gonna just open this now. Opens it, recognizes what it is, and she's like, oh, okay. And then carries on with whatever. And it was her fucking, she's her
That's brutal.
custody for her children. If
She's
there's
got a
anything to
rough
feel bad for, it's
situation.
her fucking kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a wild.
Nah, that's Olivia Wilde.
Yeah. This was one of those movies that I was excited for because I was like, it just looks so weird and outlandish, and I have no idea what's
Yeah.
going on with it.
Have you seen the video of Chris Pine dissociating?
I don't think so.
It was funny because it was Harry Styles talking, and he was saying, like, I think I kind of understand what he's saying, but he said it in the most convoluted, pretentious way possible. It was like, if you see this in theaters, it's like a movie. Like, it feels like a movie. What the fuck else is it? And then Chris Pine is just...
Feels like a movie.
No, keep going with that impression.
It feels like a movie. Like, it's a movie that it feels like a movie. And, you know, I've never really done this before as I do music, and this movie just feels really movie-like. And it's like a movie, and, you know, and I really liked getting into this movie because I've never really done a movie where it feels real movie-like and like a movie. Watermelon sugar.
No, that's exactly...
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see the clip, but I did hear jokes about it.
Yeah. Like, just... It was a short clip, so you obviously don't get the full context, but it's not, from what it sounded like, he was just, like, speaking, like, going circles, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, the whole thing is just not something I expected to get caught up in, but I really think the moral of the story is rich people are fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Anyway.
That's just wild.
Do you have any more questions?
I definitely gotta go see the movie, and I hope it doesn't suck.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Birdie.
I think it was just trying to go hunting real quick.
Hunting for these nuts. Oh my god, I got your ass. Oh, that's terrifying. Anyways, we will see you guys next week. I appreciate you for tuning in. Go follow us on all socials. Go listen. Tell us on
Sorry
all
for
platforms.
literally the worst episode ever.
Yeah.
Cam wasn't here.
Yeah. We're kind of running this ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh
my god.
Essentially, you know, like, comment.
Yeah.
If you're on podcasting platforms, rate us 5 stars. Do whatever you have to do.
Cam, if you see this, sorry we sent you like halfway across the fucking state.
Yeah, Jesus. Somehow we gave him the wrong address.
Yeah.
You guys stay safe. It's hot. We're going to go get food. Talk to you later.
Dude, my stomach was rumbling, bro. Okay.
Grumble.
All right. Later. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.